I'm here with Elsa Pataki, the lead actress in the new film Didi Hollywood. And she happens to be one of the most talented actresses in Spain, if not the world.
Wow.
She's a Spanish actress, although you wouldn't know it precisely by her blue eyes, bluish green eyes, and last name. And really, she's more international than Spanish. I mean, she speaks 5 languages, has worked in films all over the world, probably has seen tens of hundreds of countries and cities. But I'm really enchanted to be here with you. Nice to meet you, Elsa.
Nice to meet you. You're really exaggerating.
No way.
But it's okay. I feel great about it.
Yeah,
the way you talk.
Well, thanks. So tell me, can you relate to this character, Didi? Do you relate to her at all? Or in what ways can you relate to her?
Well, the thing is true that it has a lot of things that I've been through. A little thing, because the story is about a girl, a normal girl from Spain that wants to be or dreaming to be an actress, and basically it's also my story, And so there's a little things that I can just I also put it in the movie in the way of feelings, in the way that. Also
things you experienced.
Exactly, situations. And
you can think back to a time that was similar or something.
Right, exactly. I mean, it really helped me because I really can feel a lot of things that I felt. I'm like sometimes lonely, sometimes when you start that is very hard. All those moments you have the feeling, so it's easy to just do it again, just remembering them. But the story is different. It's completely different because every actor has a different story and different moments, and so it's just a little things that you can just use. But it's like completely the character is completely different. The personality is very different with me.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Like on a personal level, it's a totally different person than you.
Right.
Whereas the experiences, you can kind of think back to a similar situation, but. You would have handled it in a different way, I suppose.
For sure.
Have you had to do any risque scenes for the movie? Because Bigas Luna is famous for his kind of, I don't know, spicy content. I mean, are there any spicy scenes in the film?
Well, Vigas has a way of shooting movies, a way of doing movies, and it always has something. Of course, it has little things. I'm not going to tell you. You have to see the movie.
Right.
But of course, has a lot of things. And interesting, Vigas, I think, as a director, has like amazing images in his head that wants to put in the movie that are very clear, that he showed them to you. And he's very creative. He's all the time thinking about new things, and even before you're gonna shoot, he tells you something or he creates something in his mind that wants to see it. So it's really interesting working with him. I'm really happy that I'm working with him.
You've worked with a lot of famous directors. When you first started acting in Madrid, I don't know how many years ago, I'm not going to ask you, but did you imagine you were going to be famous and working with the biggest directors like you have?
Well, it's something that you dream with, but you never know. I mean, it's a profession that you can't know what is going to happen.
Sure.
You just have to just go for what you want. I wanted to be an actress and wanted to have work, and that's the most important thing for an actress is just to work, and you learn. When every movie, every project you learn with. So, but you never know where you're going to arrive, if you're going to be famous. I mean, it's not interested for us being famous, actually. It's just like improve yourself, being better in every movie, in every work.
The acknowledgement is sort of the acknowledgement of your peers and of directors like Bigas Luna, Jose Garcia.
Garcia, exactly. So there are directors that you dream to work with, but you never know if it's going to happen. Of course, when Bigas called me, I was like, amazed and so happy that I could be able to work with him.
Great, yeah. I have a question. Is it hard making it? I mean, you've already made it in Spain, I think. I think I can say safely that you've made it in Spain. Is it hard making it in Hollywood? I mean, sometimes people say it's easy, some people say it's hard. Is it difficult to get work in Hollywood?
Well, it's complicated because actually acting in other language is already difficult.
Sure.
I mean, you don't you don't play in the same way as natural. So first you have to control very good the language, and you have to really work on the language when you are acting in other countries, and you don't feel the same. So I went there to prepare to just work in my English, and also it was more difficult for me because I don't have the look of a Spanish girl, and I had the accent, so they couldn't give me the roles of the Spanish, because in America they just have this idea of the of the Spanish or Latin girls that are like dark hair and dark eyes.
I'm guilty.
Right. so they used to send me to these roles because I was Spanish.
Sure.
But the Americans were like, well, you're not Spanish. So and now what I'm trying to do is just like improving my accent to not being strong and not being a Spanish accent, so I can do other roles and more European, East European.
Sure.
And but it's
because
not
you've acted
easy.
in France and in French and in Italy.
Yeah, I like actually to work in other countries. It's just like you learn so much, and even if it's difficult, I love to just speak in other languages. So I mean, it's been hard, but I really like it.
Okay. Well, speaking about other languages, I don't know, you've dated some pretty famous people in your lifetime, Americans, Spanish, French. What's it like dating someone famous? Is there competition between the famous people? I mean, I think everybody wants to know, like, do you get home and say, well, I acted in such and such a film, and how does that work?
You can imagine it's not like that. It's normal. We're very normal, like anybody else.
Sure.
And you don't play like that at all.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, I have another question. Is there a Spanish invasion in Hollywood, would you say? Because I mean, you're a group now. I mean, you've got like 5 or 6 movers and shakers there now. I mean, do you guys hang out? Do you have paella together? I mean, how does this work?
Well, it's very difficult to see each other because we are working a lot, and it's difficult to just be at the same time all together there.
Sure.
When one is doing another movie, but we know each other, and we met sometimes, and we say hi. But it's not like we have the Spanish group there. But we know, of course, and we are friends. But it's true that it's a moment that I think Spain, everybody knows about Spain now. They like it. They like the culture, and when it's good, it's a good moment, I think, for the Spanish actors.
Okay. One last question is more for like people who, are interested in this kind of thing. So like I said before, motorcycle riders, actors, singers. Would you ever consider dating a normal guy, like a guy, who's a mechanic or a plumber or something? I mean, is there any luck for normal guys out there?
Well, in life is the people who just like you meet. And those are the people I met, and I like it, and you never know. You never know.
Okay, guys, so you have a chance, you could just be walking down the street and catch Elsa's eye, and or, you could always come to the premiere of DD Hollywood, where I hope to God I'll be. I really am looking forward to seeing the film.
Me too.
I've seen you act here on the set, and you're tremendous. You're a wonderful actress, and I appreciate this interview. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.